I'm at 64 Josh. This is another vlog, a little bit of a motivation vlog today. I'm in a completely different headspace today, and I read this book or listened to this book today. The entire thing is called Un-F Yourself. F stands for you can guess, right? And it's by Gary John Bishop. There's one particular thing I want to camp on. Okay, there's one particular topic from the book. Quote from the book says, "You are not your thoughts, you are what you do." Okay, you are not your thoughts, you are what you do. And this is important. This one's important for me because I have it backwards. The way my head works is I often am my thoughts and I'm not what I do. So when I think about like success and things like that, I don't attribute that to myself whatsoever, because we've talked about it. I have this bar for success, and until I reach it, I'm unsuccessful. Not necessarily a failure, but unsuccessful. And so I broke this down today. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, if it is about what you do, not what you think, but what you do, I do some pretty killer stuff. Like, I should give myself a little bit of credit for this, right? I should be excited about this. Like, I've lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds of fat is no longer on my body, right? That's like a toddler. Like, there's been a toddler removed that I'm not carrying around anymore. Like, that's pretty good since like May. That's not, I mean, I should be stoked about that, right? That's taken some discipline. It's taken some dedication. I've had to go to the gym. I've had to watch what I eat and eat better and less often. And it's worked. And I think it's worked relatively quick, right? So I'm pretty stoked about that. And I need to, like, that's something worth celebrating, right? But in my mind, I don't even think about it. I'm like, well, I'm not at my goal weight yet, right? And that's silly. That's silly to, like, not celebrate 10 pounds, 5 pounds, like whatever you're trying to do. Pudding said 100 bits, 50 pounds is something. Keep working those sexy thighs. Oh, Pudding. He wants me to do a squat stream. That's what he wants. So yeah, like we aren't our thoughts, right? Like my thoughts, the voice in my head, those things are always like, they're always beating me down. This has been something that I've had to deal with. Like, this is something I don't just get to go, oh, I no longer am going to struggle with this. No. Like, I will definitely struggle with it. You might struggle with it too, right? Like, we've talked about the different things, imposter syndrome, things like that. But, like, at the end of the day, I read a funny article about imposter syndrome this week too. It was like, you may not even be good enough to have imposter syndrome. I was like, oh, okay. Ouch. You know, but, like, look at your life. If you're like me, and I know some people have been reaching out to me even today when we started the stream. I had somebody say that these little motivational vlogs have been helping. So that's why we're going to keep doing them, because, like, as I grow and learn, I'm hoping I can help some of you guys grow and learn and maybe be in a much better headspace. And, like, you know, I want to be the best me I can. And so that's the point of this stuff. That's why we're doing this. And I want you guys to be in the same place. So, like, if you're creating content, or you're trying to get that job, or you're trying to lose that weight, or, you know, whatever it is that you're working towards, or that's a struggle right now, if you can find the way to overcome, mission accomplished. Like, that's what this is about. So we have to slow down. Maybe dismantle some of those thoughts, right? Like, what is that voice in your head? What is it saying to you? Why is it saying those things? Why have you set the standard for yourself? Here's a little exercise you can do. Do you look at other people and go, they're successful, right? Based on, and then what do you base that off of? And do you have the same standard for yourself? Like, are there people that you might consider successful that are basically doing the same thing you're doing, but you don't consider yourself a success, right? And it really is going to depend on people's bar of success. Is it owning a house? Is it owning a nice car? Is it, having the 3.5 kids or 2.5 kids, or, a fancy dog, or what? Like, success is going to be different for everybody. It really is. And I think it's part of the, like, we almost just need to get back just to living. Like, just live, right? It's like, it's not, it like, the other thing I heard recently too is like when you finally become successful, it may not be the way you planned on it being, or it may not feel the way you planned on it feeling. And I think what it boils down to is I think we can actually realize that, like, if we are working towards a goal, we are a success, period, right? Maybe you haven't reached your goal, but to change that thinking to go, it doesn't matter if I've reached the goal yet, I'm working towards it, right? So you got to silence that voice in your head. I do highly recommend this book, Unf Yourself. I'm editing myself for you guys. There is some language in it, so if you're sensitive to that, then you might want to skip it. But if you're not, it's really worth checking out. It's about a 4-hour listen. I picked up his second book today and started listening to that, and it's still really good. And a lot of it just has to do with the language and the way we listen to the voice in our head, or the things that we tell ourselves, and things like that. And so if you find yourself in that place, what's up, Hef? How you doing? Good to see you. If you find yourself in that place where it's just like, the voice in your head is winning, is beating you down, like, take a second and take an inventory of take an inventory of the things that you have done that are awesome. All right? Because that exists. It's there. And I don't, like, maybe you're like, yeah, but stop comparing. Don't compare to anything. Right? We all are on our own path. We've all got our own story to write. If you've been setting goals and you've been accomplishing things, then celebrate that stuff. Pat yourself on the back, be proud, and then keep working, keep going, keep going. And if you find yourself in a place where I'm like, man, I'd really like to lose 10 pounds. What are you doing to do that? Are you getting up a half hour earlier and getting a workout in? Are you changing your diet? Are you maybe switching to just black coffee instead of putting creamer and stuff in it? Maybe do some intermittent fasting, whatever. I'm not going to give you like diet and health tips right now, but set those small goals where you're like, you know what? I'm going to cut out soda, and I haven't drank soda for a week. I'm going to cut out fried food. Cut that out, right? You want the job, you want the new job, you want to further your career. Well, what steps are you taking to get there? Right? You can look at your past. This is what I was doing. I was looking at my past. I look at my resume. I'm like, I got nothing. Nobody's going to want me. Right? And there's like that voice in my head that's beating me up. It's like, no, stop that. Look at what you do have, and then look for those positions that you can fill and start applying for them. I had a PR company email me today about a new game coming out, and I went, wait a minute, PR is like where I should be. It's where I should be. So I started digging into this PR company a little bit more, go to their website, look at all the things they do. 85% of the things they offer are totally skills I have. Totally. And so guess who's going to get an application from me or a resume from me? They are. And I'm just going to keep pressing on like that. And it doesn't matter if I get rejected or not. That has no bearing on my success. Okay? The rejection has no bearing on my success. And the same is true for you. So if you can, get out of your head and start living, right? Live. And I'm seeing the more positive I can be, the more I love myself, the better I am. I think it improves my content. I think it improves, just my everyday life, my quality of life. And it all starts right here. So remember, you're not your thoughts. You are what you do. That's from the book Unf Yourself, Gary John Bishop. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. I'll even throw a description, or I'll throw a link to it in the description if you want. It'll be an Amazon affiliate link. If you want to click it, by all means. So that's going to do it. You got questions, comments, maybe questions, something that you would like me to talk about in regards to this stuff? Let me know in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.